Hello, everybody, and for the first time in 8 months, welcome back to the Gen Z Sanctum. Uh, it's been the first episode that you've heard of this podcast since the last episode, which was released January 24th, 2025, 8 months ago, approximately. And it's 10/8 now. But as you can see, not exactly a video episode, but for those of you who are watching, there's a little logo that's the Gen Z Sanctum Season 9 returning October 15th. Me and my friend Nathan, the other host of this podcast, are starting up the podcast again, and we're going to be working on the first episode after a long time, season 9 episode number, I believe it's 4. Yes, season 9 episode 4 next week, and releasing it next Wednesday on October 15th. This is just a little bit of an announcement video, and a video which will let all of you know how the not new podcast, but how the newer seasons of the podcast will go. Firstly, the episodes will be less often, bi-weekly. The reason for that is because on the bi-weeks, me and my friend Nathan are going to be recording and releasing his podcast, Dream Homes, A Life in Paradise. So on this episode, we're not going to be doing those episodes from earlier where we go to a different country and go over the houses that we've picked. And that podcast will actually be in video, so you can actually see the houses that we pick. Here, you just had to imagine what we picked based on how we described it, which was a little bit annoying for some people, including myself. Secondly, the structure of the podcast will change. We did 12 episodes per season. This time, we're going to be doing 10 episodes per season, which normally would have made the seasons go by faster, but because they are now bi-weekly, that should help even things out. I do hope, for those of you listening on YouTube, to get the RSS feed for his podcast and release it on my channel as alongside this one. I might also convince Nathan to put the RSS feed on his YouTube channel, but we haven't decided that. We're still in the early phases of starting it up again. We just recorded and released episode 1 of the Dream Homes podcast, where we described our dream homes. So if you want to listen to that, it should be releasing here in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. But it's honestly very exciting to be back. I was talking with Nathan, and he said we should really get the podcast back up and running. I said, abso-freaking-lutely, let's do it. So we'll record his episode, his podcast every other week, and then the bi-weeks of his podcast are the bi-weeks that we'll record this one. So that's the plan. Everything else we have to cement before our recording and releasing of an official episode 4 return next week on the 15th. So that's all I have for this return announcement. Thank you for listening. Please come back and listen to next week's episode, and welcome back, me, I suppose. I'm very excited. Anyway, thank you for listening. Tune in next week.